Minnesota Department of Natural Resources has announced a settlement in a lawsuit over declining water levels on White Bear Lake.
Homeowners and businesses had claimed that the agency allowed too much groundwater to be used, causing the lake to basically disappear. This settlement now requires 13 communities around White Bear Lake to stop relying on it for water and suggests using the Mississippi River instead. Nina Moini explains there is a lot of work to be done before that can happen.
I'm excited to look out and not see yards and yards of brown space that was once blue space.
White Bear Lake has changed a lot since Shannon Whitaker moved in 18 years ago.
Because of the way the lake is made, it has no springs or other water sources.
She says for the first time in all those years, there's hope the lake will recover from historic low water levels.
The business all in White Bear Lake is centered around the lake and the natural aesthetics of the town.
The lawsuit settlement between White Bear Lake Restoration and Homeowners Associations and the DNR calls for 13 communities in the Northeast Metro to stop using groundwater that comes from inside White Bear Lake. They would shift to a surface water supply from the Mississippi River.
They have an extra capacity of 30%.
Each of those surrounding communities would also create its own long-term water conservation methods. But the terms of the settlement are not set in stone. The DNR must help lobby the state legislature to make it a reality. Whitaker says the first phase of such a plan would cost an estimated $155 to $230 million, the price of pumping life back into White Bear Lake.
It's a really good demonstration of what will happen if current water policy is not changed.
If some of those terms aren't met by August, the case will go back to court, and changing the water supply source could take several years. So in the meantime, another challenge will be figuring out a supplemental water source to keep the lake from drying up anymore.
And I know that this case has been going on for a couple of years. We followed it before this settlement. So what did the DNR say about why it didn't agree with the homeowners?
Sure, Amelia. I talked with the DNR today. They say their experts felt the low water levels are a result of climatological changes and that if they waited, the levels might get back to normal. Obviously, the homeowners feel this is a man-made issue. Even so, the DNR says today it's happy to settle and help in the legislature because overall, this groundwater dependence issue is an important one for us all to talk about here in Minnesota, they told me.